Okay, so welcome back, and so today we're going to go over the theorem. So this is a theorem on how we can combine series. Okay, so just pay attention, just take notes. Here it says, suppose that two power series, c of n of x to the nth power, so this series and this series with the coefficient d sub n, x to the nth power. So we've got these two series, and they converge to functions f and g respectively on a common interval. So they both converge over the same interval. If that's true, then the first thing we can say is that the power series of the sum and difference of those other power series. So if we take the series which includes the sum or difference of c of n or c sub n times x to the nth power plus or minus d sub n times x to the nth power. So if we take that series, that converges to the sum of the functions f and g, or the difference of the functions f and g, depending on if it's a plus or minus, on the same interval. Okay, so that's the first thing we can conclude. The second thing, it says for any integer greater than or equal to 0. And for any real number b, if we take the power series, if we have the power, or if we want to create the power series b times x to the m power, the power of m, multiplied by c sub n times x to the nth power, okay? So this series here converges to this, which is just b times x to the m times the function, which in other words, we could take this, because the series is based on n, right? N from 0 to infinity, so it only affects this term. So taking this series and the fact that these series converge to f and g respectively, that we can say, hey, this converges to b x to the m power times f of x on the interval I. Okay? And then 3, for any integer m, so again, the same setup, for any integer m greater than or equal to 0, and for any real number b, then we could say that the series from n equals 0 to infinity of c sub n times b times x to the power of m to the power of n, so we have this situation here, converges to just f of b times x to the power of m. Okay? And that converges for all x such that this expression here, b times x to the m power, is in the interval of convergence. Okay, so those are the three results that come from the fact that if we have this up here. Okay, so now let's do a proof of part 1, and then we'll move on.